Well, hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are having a super duper fantastic day out there today. All right, it is the 12th day of Christmas. Go ahead, get your notepads out, do the things that you know that you need to do because it is time for us to wrap it up. And the conversation today is all about passing the baton. The question on the table is, when was the last time you actually mentored someone? When was the last time you actually mentored someone? So let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Dineen Merriweather. I am the CEO and founder of Queenpreneurs Jumpstart Program. It is the number one training environment for women in the world looking to leverage their knowledge, ignite their passion, build a highly profitable business. How do you do this? By building your courage, confidence, and competence so you can accept, believe, and commit to what it is that God has called you to do. All right, so we're in here. It is time. Go ahead, introduce yourself inside of the chat. It's the 12th day of Christmas. All right, LaShawn, I see that you in here. The note taker extraordinaire is in here. So first, let me say this. If you have not joined our wait list yet for the Inner Circle Collective, a safe space where women can grow and actually get what it is that they need in the 5 core areas of their life: relationship, their finances, career, spirituality, and health. So you want to make sure you tap in. I'm going to go ahead and put that wait list link inside of the chat so you can join the wait list. We will be opening the doors on January the 1st. I don't want you to miss that opportunity. I don't want you to miss out to be one of the founding members of that community. It is going to bless your life, and we're going to have powerful conversations like we've been having all 12 days. So get ready to cross the finish line in 2025 and get ready to speak and create something amazing for 2026. So if you already have what you're living into, go ahead and put that inside of the chat for me this evening. So for me, it's going to be booked, busy, and healthy. Book, busy, and healthy. And I keep telling people, let me define my busy. Busy is all right. Busy is a good thing. As long as you're busy with the thing that you're called to or that you're aligned with. You don't want to be busy doing stuff that doesn't matter to you. And a lot of time we spend time doing that because we do people pleasing stuff. We like to make people happy and honor their requests, and then at the same time denying what it is that we're supposed to be doing for ourselves to reach our goal. So the conversation this evening is all about passing the baton. The question on the table is, when is it the last time, or when was it the last time that you actually mentored someone? Put that inside the chat. When was the last time that you actually mentored someone? So the first thing that I'm going to challenge you to do with passing the baton in 2025 is think back to when you had an amazing goal. I know for me, I always wanted to be in the music industry. Hey, Christy, so happy that you're here inside of the chat. Thank you so much for hopping on. I wanted to be in the music industry. I wanted to be a singer, right? And I remember one of my internships being at a recording studio. I had a recording studio internship 2 times. One in Georgia, one in Baltimore when I was in school. And I just remember someone taking me under his wing. Like, he allowed me to stay in the studio because, in the studio, it pops off all different times of the night. I mean, I was allowed to sing my first song and record it. I was able to sing on hooks for different rap demos, all the things. It was an amazing, amazing time. Not only did he take me under his wing to train me, but he also paid me while I did it. Now, I'm not saying that's what you should do, but I'm just saying that there's someone out there that needs your expertise, that needs you to take some time to think of them, to help them, to assist them. And what I want you to do, number one, is find a younger version of you. Find a younger version of you. Now, listen, let me tell you what I mean by finding a younger version of you. There's someone that aligns with what it is that you're doing right now, that you're passionate about, that you're striving in, that maybe even you have a business in, but they're 15, maybe even more or less steps behind you. So what you want to do is find someone that has that same passion, that you see something in, and make sure that you take them under your wing in 2026. It's kind of similar to the 5, 5, and 5, but I told you I was going to wait and share that inside of the community. So I'm not going to share what 5, 5, and 5 is, but if you want to know, join the Inner Circle Collective. I'm going to drop that link one more time for you so you can get on the wait list. But I want you to find someone. That's a younger version of you. And when you find them, I want you to decide and look and inquire, what is it that they need from me in order to speed up their way, their path, their journey to what it is that they desire to have? What is it that they need from me in order to speed up the journey that they have, or to help them along the way? Because faster don't always mean better. But if you could prevent them from falling in some of the pit holes that you fell in, then I want you to do that. So that's number one. Find a younger version of you, because this is all about passing the baton. Number two, connect with them. Spend time with them. Now, what do I mean spend time with them? I mean, like, really set up like lunch appointments, dinner dates, conference calls on Zoom, a coffee run, maybe even time on the weekend, where you can kind of get to know this person, see what their strengths and weaknesses are, see if they're really serious or if they have clarity about what it is that they're after. But you want to connect. Connection is the key. This is your way of building amazing relationships. You can't build relationships without it. You can't build a business without connecting with people. You can't even reach your goals without connecting with people. So you want to make sure whoever it is that you're deciding to pour into or mentor, that you actually spend time getting to know them, strengths and weaknesses. And again, you don't have to necessarily have the conversation. There's tons of people that are my people that don't know that they're my people. Right? That I spend time with, that I check on, that I pour into, that I give myself to, that need me in whatever way they need me. Okay? And then here is the final thing that I want to tell you to do. Number 3 is, I want you to pour into them without any expectations of reciprocity from them. Now, look, I truly believe whatever it is that you put out, you will get back. Like, I just think that that's a thing. That's a law. You reap what you sow. It's a principle. So it's not going to return back to you void. But sometimes we tend to pour into people and then get upset when they don't return the favor. But you remember now, this person is 15 plus steps behind you. They're a younger version of you. And it doesn't mean a younger version in age. It means a younger version in maturity and experience in the thing that you can help them with, right? Whether it's business, whether it's health, whether it's relationships, whether it's goal setting, whether it's calendaring. That's my thing. Helping people get their whole complete life with a calendar. That's my thing. Because I really do get that planning actually gives you more freedom. It's not restrictive. But because it takes something, it takes work in order for you to be able to get things in the system, people shy away from it. But I'm telling you, when you get your life in order, life gives you so much more freedom to do something. So that's the third thing that I want you to do. Pour into them without expecting anything in return from them. Again, I do believe that you'll reap what you sow. So it's coming back to you. Somebody is going to assist you. You will gain something in some form or fashion, but I don't want you to seek it out for them. Now, let me tell you by when I want you to do this. Yes, it's assignment time. It's accountability time. We're passing the baton. We're helping someone else. So I want you to be intentional. Over the next 2 weeks, or the first up until the end of the first week of January, I want you to find a person. That means you got to be spending time with people, checking out people, and you probably already know people that need you because they've been asking you questions. They've been talking to you. You've been seeing them. You've been watching them. Or maybe you've been criticizing them, honestly. Or they probably made you upset a couple of times being in this space with them, right? Because you see something in them, or you can see what gaps they have. But for whatever reason, you ain't jumped in to serve them or help them yet. But now the challenge is, I want you to find them. I want you to have a conversation with them and see whether or not they're looking for a mentorship, if they're looking for someone to walk alongside them. And once you find them, right, within the next 2 weeks, I want you to see what type of criteria you want to have for this relationship. Because I do believe that if you are pouring and giving time into someone, I do believe they need to respect your time, right? We ain't playing no games. We're not casting pearls to the swine. We're going to actually see and make sure that we align with someone that we can pour into and that wants the pouring into, right? Because sometimes You may give or offer something that someone doesn't really want. That's something that I'm finding out inside of my family, my home structure, that I put so much pressure on myself to show up a certain way, when in actuality, it's not what my family wants. It may be what I want to give them. It may even be something that I believe that they need. But if they don't have the clarity that they need it, they won't appreciate it. And that will be the same thing for whoever it is that you're mentoring. If they don't know that they need it, they won't appreciate it. So let me tell you what you need to do right here if you really want to help them. So you know how we do like assessments to kind of figure out where a person is. Sometimes people need to see it on paper, or you need to point it out to them where you see the gap. Because again, you don't know that you need help if you don't know that it's a gap, right? It's kind of like going to a person and telling them that they need chapsticks for their lips, but their lips don't feel dry and they can't see them. But you can see that they ashy and they white. Now, does that make sense? Like, you just have a way of seeing things because, yeah, clarity is currency. Yes, sir. And people don't have it. And it's because, remember we talked about context? I keep bringing it up because it's so important. Put this in the chat. Your context is decisive. Your context is decisive. So whatever context, bubble, paradigm that you're living in, there's only certain things you're going to be able to see or recognize, even, or that you're looking for. If not, you're going to miss it. And it can be right there in front of your face. But again, if it's not a part of your intentionality, your focus, you're not going to be able to see it. So I want you to make sure you're doing an assessment with the person. Just ask them questions on one of these lunch dates and see where they are, what it is that they believe that they need, where it is that they're going. You want to make sure, again, they're heading in a direction where you feel like that you can serve them, right? Because it's all about passing the baton. And once you do that, come up with an agreement. It doesn't have to be in writing. It can be something that you discuss, but definitely something that you can reflect or bring or prove or whatever it is that you're going to need to do to make sure that they're not wasting your time, right? That you both agree to on how you're going to serve them or help them and how they're going to be held accountable for the actions that you're telling them to take. Because here's the thing. Some people don't take actions even though you know that it will help them. One, it could be out of fear. One, it could be they don't want to. They don't like that method or that way or whatever. But you want to make sure you're clear before you start giving your time to someone that don't know that they need the help and don't want the help. And then I want you to actually track the progress of the person. Because again, sometimes people don't realize how much they've grown because they're not writing it down. They don't take account of it. They're not watching the successes or counting the successes because they haven't reached the main goal, the big thing. So they're not counting the little milestones. And maybe too, you could come up with a milestone chart so you all can celebrate together. Now, here's the thing that I want to tell you that you will gain out of pouring into someone else. One, it will take the focus of all the upset, breakdowns, and mishaps that you've had in your life and actually show how it was beneficial for not just you, but for someone else. And it would actually help you get over the things that you may be struggling with. Because here's the thing, as much as you will be watching them, they will be watching you. Put that in the chat. As much as I will be watching them, they will be watching you. So you tend to show up better at a higher level when someone is depending on you. It's difficult for you to show up at a high level for yourself when no one is watching. That's why it's so important for you to share your goals, what you're up to, what you're striving for, because when you do, you know that people are watching and they're going to hold you accountable. This also makes people nervous about sharing what it is they're up to because they don't want people asking them questions. They don't want people holding them accountable. But look, in 2026, we're not going to honor our word. We're going to honor our word and we're going to do what it is that we said that we was going to do by when we said we was going to do it. I said in the Bible study class that I had today, there will be no broken promises in 2026. Why? Because when you tend to not honor the things that you say out your mouth, you tend to start distrusting yourself. You tend to not rely and believe in who you are. It creates a horrible feeling internally. In turn, you tend to beat up on yourself and not take the actions that you need to take or have the belief in yourself that you should have. So In 2026, while we are building ourselves, we're growing, we're setting our goals. I don't want you to do it alone. A community stays together that grows together. A community stays together that grows together. Put that in the chat. A community stays together that grow together. Do not grow without someone else. Who is going to be the partner that you actually grow into? And if you know who that person is, drop their name in the chat. Who is going to be your person in 2026 that you're going to walk alongside of? That you're going to actually pour into, that you're going to see whether or not you can assist them and have the conversation and set the criteria, expectations to assist with less disappointment. Now, here's the thing. You get that they're not going to meet all the measures. You get that they're not going to always do what it is that you ask them to do. But this is a part of the training. It's not for you to give up on them. It's not for you to not work with them, but it's for you to teach them and to train them and walk alongside them. And that's the type of work that we're going to be doing inside of the Inner Circle Collective. So I had dropped earlier the link. Let me see if I still have it. If you're not on the wait list yet for the Inner Circle Collective, I want you to hop in. I want you to be a part of this community. It's going to be a safe space for us to have powerful conversations about the areas of your life that's important to you, from relationships, career, money, health, spirituality. It's all going to be there. And we get that those areas are just like the main, but we also know that underneath those things is a relationship with who? Maybe it's a relationship with family. Maybe it's a relationship with a significant other. Maybe it's a relationship with a friend. Maybe you want to reconcile with someone that you have broken ties with. Maybe it's some people that you want to break ties with, right? We're going to have those conversations and those discussions in a safe place where it's a no judgment zone. So nobody's going to judge you about the decisions that you made, the things that you want to do. Nobody's going to do that inside of that community. It's going to be a safe space for you to grow. And we're offering you to grow with us and not alone. So let me tell you who won the prize last night. That's your lesson for tonight. Passing the baton. We're going to find somebody to pour into. You got 2 weeks. You're going to have conversation with them. You're going to make sure that they want your help, right? And then you're going to kick it in gear, come up with a schedule or something that you guys can adhere to. So find a younger version of you, connect with them, and pour into them. Those were the first 3 steps. And everything else was kind of give you the criteria, the how-to. That was the how-to. Very important. Gotta let you know, I gave you the how-to. Okay? So last night, John was up here, did an amazing job, dropped all these types of nuggets. And he gave away a book. I want to say it was Undistracted. Tamu Graves Coleman, you won. My daughter picked your number. She picked number 3. I don't know what it is, but all the number 3s been getting picked and winning. Some number 2s won too, because I think John picked 2 and Sean won last night. But number 3, you won. It was Tamu Graves Coleman. So you will get that book sent to your house. And of course, you know, I can get your information and you have it. And I'll have it and get it over to you. So tonight, the giveaway is another book that was amazing. It's speaking to what I'm talking about right now, passing the baton, pouring it to people, and it's called The Go-Giver. One of the authors or co-authors is the person that wrote the book that John gave away yesterday. And The Go-Giver was life-changing for me, similar to the Chocolate Carry Water. The Go-Giver is so powerful about building relationships and making connections and passing the baton and passing it along. You want to practice being a go-giver because the more people that you help and that you serve, the more you expand. See, sometimes we think giving takes away from us, but when you give, you grow. When you give, you grow. Put that in the chat. When you give, you grow. It's just like wherever focus goes, it grows. Wherever focus goes, it grows. If you give, you grow. So when you're giving, paying it forward, teaching someone else, you expand and your community expands. So I'm going to drop the link for you to register for the Go-Giver. It's amazing. It's easy read. I think I might have done it in audio and I read the book. It's amazing. It's a red cover. I think I have it somewhere. I have so many books back here, but The Go Giver is one you need in your library. And I don't want this 12 Days of Christmas to end without you getting it. So look, you got amazing, amazing reads here, right? From Chop Wood, Carry Water, Undistracted. I forgot the one that Gwen gave away. But I know it was about setting boundaries. What else? Now the Go Giver. Oh, the 5-second rule. The 5-second rule. I gave that away. So these are good reads. Some you may be able to finish before the end of the year. Some you just need to listen to or put it on your list to read in 2026. But we are going to read Chop Wood and Carry Water inside the Inner Circle Collective and actually go through it and talk about it and the insights and how we're going to apply them in our life. So I dropped the link one more time. The Go Giver is what you will get. I want to say to you that I love you. And I'm not sure on what it is that you may be going through, striving for as you cross the finish line for 2025. Number one, no pulling people across the finish line in 2025. That ain't what I'm doing. And that's not what I want you to do. But I want you to revive, pick up, keep going. Don't stop until you get to the red tape, because we talked about red tape. Do not give up until the clock turns 12 a.m. on January the 1st. You have time. It is not too late. It is not over until you say so. It's not over until you say so. Why? Because our life is created. So listen to this. Even if you create, that thing will not be complete until January. You have everything to say about it. It's more important that you don't give up than when you cross the finish line. As long as you cross the finish line, remember we talked about is something about completing it. What does it take to cross the finish line? I talked about that. I talked about the red tape. I talked about crossing the finish line in 2025. And now I'm talking about passing the baton. This is all about running races. And your race is actually yours alone to carry and yours alone to complete. Nobody gets to tell you how fast you can do it. Nobody gets to tell you who you can do it with. The main important thing is that you run your race and that you complete it and see it through to the end. Even if you have to add more time, even if you have to run a little slower, even if you need to run it as a relay with someone else to assist you. You don't have to cross the finish line alone. Relays is 4 people at least that's crossing that finish line with you, that carried that baton some amount of distance for you. Do not be afraid to partner. Do not be afraid to connect. Do not be afraid to let people know what it is that you're up to. There'll always be naysayers. There'll always be people trying to detract and distract you. Do not allow them to prevent you from getting across that finish line. So good luck to winning the Go Giver. Again, congratulations to all the winners over these 12 days of Christmas, from Gwen to Benita to Tamu, LaShawn. I'm so excited for you. I'm so happy that you've gained this knowledge. You've been here. And for all of the speakers, oh my goodness, I could not have done this without you. I am so happy to be in partnership with you. I cannot wait to build a company, a partnership with you. I can't wait to serve with you. And I definitely cannot wait to grow with you. So I love you all. Have an amazing Christmas holiday. Happy New Year. And I will see you inside of the Inner Circle Collective. Good luck to those who registered tonight, and have an amazing holiday.